Hi everyone. Let's see. I'm here to talk about the latest movements in the NBA. It's been a crazy, hectic last couple weeks here in the NBA for us NBA fans. Kind of an exciting time getting to see where the players are going to be going, who's going where, what the subplots are going to be for next year and all. So that's what I want to be talking about. First thing I'll address is the draft, NBA draft, crappiest one we've had in a couple years. Like Blake Griffin, obvious choice as number one, and everyone else kind of, eh. Ricky Rubio, I'm gonna go on record saying it right here. I think he's gonna be a bust. I really do. I've seen what he can do. He does have a pretty game, but I don't think he's gonna be able to cut it in the NBA. I think Eric Maynor out of VCU, very underrated point guard, probably one of the better ones, if not the best point guard in the NBA draft this year. I will go as far as saying that Utah picked up a very solid point guard to back up Darren Williams and shape him out for the future. Now, that's it for the draft. Moving on to the trades, free agencies. Shaq and Cleveland. Good luck, Cleveland. Way to put LeBron a couple years back in this pursuit of a championship. Way to go. Way to go. Way to ruin it. Wait to ruin it, Danny Ferry. You know, I seriously don't think Shaq's going to be able to contribute. People are saying they'll rest him up. He'll get days off back to back. But even if with that, he's not going to be the dominant force that he was. He's just going to be a big body in the way. The Cavaliers could have beaten the Magic and controlling Dwight Howard with someone else besides Dwight Howard. You know, the way the Lakers did it, they threw literally three bodies at him every single time he had the ball. That's the key to winning these championships is you got to key in on the best player. The Celtics literally threw a double team Kobe Bryant every time he touched the ball when they won the championship. That's what the Lakers did to Dwight, and that's what the Magic need to do too. I mean, the Cavaliers had to do it too. I don't think Shaq's gonna be able to stop Dwight. Especially all the bullshit he said about him recently. Dwight's gonna be motivated. He's probably gonna take him to school. Now the Pistons, Ben Gordon, Charlie Villanueva. I told my friend earlier that looks like the Pistons are in the sweepstakes to win the lottery next year. I don't like Ben Gordon with the Pistons. Like, just saw that video earlier that he is a ball hog. He's just a scorer and that's all he can do. He's not gonna contribute to anything else to a team. Besides being able to score. And I see him fitting in with the guard heavy Pistons. Seems like he's just gonna go in there and cause trouble. Rip's gonna have to be out of there because if he can't get along with Iverson, he's much much less gonna get along with Ben Gordon. Charlie Villanueva might be a good fit, might not be a good fit. Seems like an alright player, not too great, you know. But I think what the Joe Dumars did wrong here was that he literally signed two players for $98 million when he could have probably signed one badass player for less than that. These two players, I really don't see them doing much for the Pistons. You know, good thing Michael Curry got fired. He deserves it. It's the reason that the Pistons is so bad, along with Joe Dumars. But it's probably Joe Dumars doesn't know what to do now without Davidson and Ely telling them what to do. So good luck with that, Pistons. Wish you well. Thanks for ruining Iverson's career for the meantime. He's gonna have to recuperate it. Thanks to you guys. Let's see what else we got. Talk Detroit. Magic Vince. I really like this. I really really like that trade. I think Vince is gonna be able to go in there, be that scoring option, that who could create his own shot and get his own points without having someone else do it for him. And I think that's what the Magic really lacked in the finals is someone who could just go off and score by himself. Rashard Lewis, Turk Blue, good playmakers and all, but when they needed points, they didn't come through. And with teams keying in on Dwight Howard, Vince Carter could go in there, score 20 points a game, and get his by himself, without needing someone to do it for him. Let's see what else. Rich Jefferson with the um, Spurs. Spurs gonna look pretty good, solid next year. That's a very smart move for the Spurs. Richard Jefferson, still young, athletic, gonna be able to go in there, give him a fourth option, someone else that could go score, play defense, rebound, and Dwan Blair, what a steal for the Spurs. Solid big man who's gonna be able to come off the bench with Curry at 6'7", Barkley was 6'4". Doesn't matter about size, people, and that's what NBA pundits tend to forget, you know. So they're looking good. Apparently, it was Charlie Villanueva and Richard Jefferson leaving the Bucks. The Bucks are in a rebuilding stage. Oh wait, weren't they already in one? I guess they just don't want to get better. Let's see. Ron Artest to the Lakers. Ooh, that pretty much just guaranteed themselves a two-peat, maybe even a three-peat, maybe a four-peat, then a five-peat. I'm just kidding. Probably a two-peat. They'll be the favorites next year. Um, he's like Cesar said, he's a good Rodman comparison. I don't see him being as crazy as Rodman, but I see him being a very tough physical presence that the Lakers need. Be able to shut down the best players, shut down LeBron when David Stern gets his uh, pace for his finals. We all know it's gonna be next year. It's gonna be Lakers and Cavs. No suspense there, no interest in the NBA. It's gonna be 82 games played just for fun. It's gonna be a pickup game out in the backyard. Pretty much that's what the NBA season's gonna be next year. Because we all know the NBA Finals are gonna come down to four teams: Lakers, Magic, Celtics, and Cavs. So already kind of just set. I'm trying to tell my friend that there'll be probably some teams that could go in there and upset people. The West is loaded. The East is getting better. As the Eastern Conference teams try to match up against LeBron. If the Celtics could land Rasheed Wallace, I would literally pick him as my favorite one because Rasheed Wallace is going to be a versatile big man who can shoot the three-pointer, play defense, and bring the passion that almost comparable to KG's passion for the game. He's eccentric, electric. Not crazy. I don't think Rasheed's crazy. I think he knows what he's doing. That's why the Pistons were so good for so long. And then you got Rondo. I think Perkins will come off the bench. The big three. That the Celtics team's gonna be motivated as hell to get back to the finals. Hungry. Either as hungry or as hungry than they were for that first championship because now people are writing them off. And men. You know how men are. Testosterone running, competitive edge goes, and they're just gonna want to be the best team here. Another thing that I'm interested in finding out is where is Iverson gonna go. It's probably depending on what he wants. They're saying Bobcats. I would love for him to go to the Bobcats because he'll be able to play his game. What he's good at. He'll be with Larry Brown. Larry Brown knew how to use him. They got along, even though they had to practice, rant. And I really think Michael Jordan, because Iverson looks up to Michael Jordan and respects him so much, he'll listen to Michael Jordan and Michael Jordan tell him, calm your shit, get it together, and go out there and play because your game is good enough still to be an impact player. And I think if he goes there, he'll be able to average 25 points a game. And Wallace will get 20. Felton a good 14, 13 points. That'll be a pretty solid lineup. If you go Felton, Iverson, Wallace, throw in Okafor as your center, Radmanovich as your power forward. That's a pretty decent lineup next year. Then Bobcats just might get into the playoffs. They came close this year. Iverson might be able to give them that scoring punch that they need. But pretty much that seems to be all the latest talks here in the NBA.